WFP strategy in Ghana, the current one, started in 2019 and it goes to 2023. It was developed based on a series of consultations and a review that was done by the government on zero hunger strategic review. It supports the food processors or the private sector who are also important who play a very critical role in addressing malnutrition in the production and availability of specialized nutritious food to combat malnutrition. In Ghana specific is stunting and micronutrient deficiencies. Under the current strategy that we have 2019-23, we have invested in 2 industrial food processing companies. One is called Premium Food and one is Yedent.
Premium Food started as Let Us Produce Company in 1996. Our major aim for starting Premium Foods was to look at the hygiene of maize. And we've gone through a lot of changes over the years, and this is where we are now. We acquired 100 acres of land at Kwasu, Kumasi to build this new factory.
Today, we are equipped with over 96,000 metric tons, which is about 2,050,000 bags each year, making locally produced and specialized nutritious foods available and affordable to all in Ghana is an important step to prevent malnutrition and enhance the nation's human capital.
Implemented with support from the World Food Programme, this partnership lays a strong foundation to change the game on innovation in the nutrition value chain.
And for us to be able to transform our economy, the key is agro-processing.
I'm pleased to learn that this new factory is generating some 120 new jobs made up of technical and management professionals, and is creating thousands and thousands of indirect income earning opportunities for farmers and outgrowers along the value chain. Accordingly, and unknown ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to declare the new factory of Premium Foods Limited duly commissioned.
Before embarking on this new program with World Food Programme, both Canada and World Food Programme looked at the evidence, the data, and it showed us that more than 70% of children in northern Ghana had some sort of nutritional deficiency, including stunting and others. It showed us that 65% of pregnant and breastfeeding mothers in the region also were suffering from micronutrient deficiencies. This was a big part of the driving force for this project, being able to provide fortified foods to meet the needs and to provide a nutritional diet that would allow those populations to fulfill their full potential.
This is, again, we continue to provide the necessary capacity to the private sector for them to produce specialized food that meets the international standards, not just the national standards, but the international standards.
So we built this plant, which is total 18 tons an hour, 12 tons an hour for grits, and also 6 tons an hour for fortified blended foods.
My job here is to ensure that whatever we produce for the World Food Programme, one, will not cause any harm to the intended consumers, especially bearing in mind that the consumers we are sending our products to might not be all that healthy, and they might be immunocompromised in one way or the other based on the conditions they find themselves. And so for us here at Premium Foods, the quality bit is a must.
We couldn't leave our farmers behind. They're a major player when it comes to our operations. But we are very happy to say that the impact that it created, because now you go out there and realize some of our women farmers now have their own lands, not necessarily owning it, but at least they have a responsibility. They can comfortably say that we have cropped this acreage of land, and as a result of that, we've been able to take care of the education of our children. Some who are widows can now proudly say that with our intervention, they've been able to improve on their yields.
This vision is, as I see it, is really going to open opportunities and create jobs, especially for smallholder farmers all across the country of Ghana, who will now have an assured and stable market to which to sell their produce to. And also, it's going to help them to improve the quality of the maize that they are producing.
My name is Achumushi Ejumanase Acheye. Onoane beto mabro. Debia or tonso anoane boami amede hwe me school nkola.
Esa ma ye nkola kra ya wo mo no hu se yenso yenye sika firi abro no mu no. Omo so abetoa so ma ye ma ne bi kra mo abetoa so a omo so edo afuo no bi. Edo afuo no bi.
Right now, we produce fortified blended foods, that is corn and soybean roasted and extruded and ready to eat with vitamins and minerals.
In the area of food security and nutrition, we're particularly interested, based on the data, in trying to ensure that women, children, and the most vulnerable are the ones that are able to access food security and nutrition. So that's the area where we focus.
It's very obvious, even with Ghana Health Service data, that we see improvement in underweight among children under 2.
And our underweight too has reduced. It has reduced from 1.5% to 0.5.
Njo ambutan me na mal pusher wakan di mezo yawo. Me ni dil mare non ta fa na pam. Ka che kam be fine. Ka bi ma gba mara lafi. Bi akuno ko dam da ram fulmane. Mezo e mana dirma ko mala lafi kan gba mala.
Imagine Ghana without malnutrition, Northern region without malnutrition, and then the district in which you are implementing, or your community without malnutrition. How would Ghana be?
So we're currently looking into the possibility of securing the specialized nutritious food for other countries in the sub-region, at least initially. Potentially, the supplier could also be a WFP, a global supplier that WFP can purchase the required specialized nutrition for other emergency operations or non-emergency operations.
I see the potential for this facility to become a producer of products, special nutritious foods that are desperately needed in our region in West Africa, not just in Ghana, but really in the Sahelian countries, Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, etc.
I've been very pleased to hear that above and beyond the results that we expected from this project, that World Food Programme is preparing to make the first export from premium foods of fortified foods to the Sahelian area. This is a perfect example of the kind of long-term results and impacts that we'd like to see from this project and from other development initiatives in Ghana.
And so I'd like to acknowledge the World Food Programme for its business relationship they've had with us. I'd like to acknowledge the Canadian government for being bold to invest in a food processing company in Ghana. I think it's a bold step, and it's been a very successful one. I'd also like to acknowledge the Ghana government for that planting for food and job, that decision to take the burden of our shoulders with input credits.